Hello, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. A very beautiful day. A very beautiful morning. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is great. This is amazing. I'm just checking some things here and I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed by what absolutely we did yesterday. Was really amazing, amazing, amazing. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is great. This is amazing. This is great. This is great, This is amazing. So, number one, I want us to look at something very interesting. I know there's some breaking news that a lot of things that are really happening right now, and we'll be checking that any moment from now. We'll be checking on what is really happening because you see, Bitcoin breaking below 63,000, 63,000, around 62,000. It's crazy. From all-time high of 50, from all-time high of 126. That is crazy. So we are going to really check on that. It's really important, Aha. If you're joining this, ensure that you like this live. Let me just know on the chat who is here so that we can proceed on this. It's really going to be amazing. Number one, you'll be really shocked because if you didn't go to the yesterday, let's start with, because we normally, review yesterday on where we started, and there are some trains that we took. I'm going to show you that where they are right now. I'm going to show you that everything, and then we proceed. We are going to start. Wow. So I have my GBP USD entry point, and so this is great. This is great. This is great. So if you are here yesterday was something amazing yesterday. It was great yesterday. So the live for yesterday was, I think it is here. So number one, we analyzed gold and also the GBP USD. Those are our two entries that we analyzed yesterday for those who are here. Can you remember these levels? Do you really remember these levels? Do you remember these levels? When we are talking about something great, like, let me show you. We talked about something great. I also shared this on my TikTok account. I shared this information on TikTok, and there are some levels I was waiting for from this market, especially for the gold. And this is what we really got. So I want us to look on this. This is great. This is amazing. This is amazing. So by reviewing on yesterday, remember we were talking about 49.90. That is level one. That's selling at that point. Of course, the market touched that level. We are going to see. And also remember where we are saying the market is really going to do something like this. So look at what happened to this market. You see this? Remember we end the first buy at 48.11. That is also number one. And we also end this market to move down. Look at that. This thing here. So if you go even to my TikTok account, you see I posted that video yesterday saying the market moving this, and also we removed this trend line that we have here. So when I delete this, you're going to see this trend line that we have here, that where the market was actually to trend around, and this is really great. Yeah, so you can see these are levels. I was putting that so that you can see that is the level that we left yesterday. I was to continue buying actually, I wanted to continue buying. But do you remember this? Do you remember these trend lines that we drew yesterday? So, and I was told you to just draw the same, so that at least this day, which is today, so that we can review together on what the market is going to be doing here. And you can see actually what really happened. The market touched this and also touched this and start selling, which makes this trend line to be very much valiant across this point. And this is great. Touching these levels here and again touching this makes that trend line to be very, very strong now. And that is simple. So you see now, sometimes when it comes to analysis, you don't need a lot of things. You just need to draw some few lines here and there, although we have some other combination here, but you just have to bring something that makes sense. Once you make sense, you don't need complicated strategy to just make it in the forex market, right? You don't need complicated things. You just need simple things like this one. You just need a simple thing. So assume now you bought here that this is the price of 47.21. There you just get around the price is just moving slightly, and you know this is actually the moment where we don't put bigger lot size specifically for the gold. All right, now assume now you bought at this level, which is around this 41 here. You can see now from 47 around 46, which is 47 here, all the way to 49. That is really big and better. That's big. So you can see those entries are really nice. And this is just simple. I wanted to see the price drop into this, but you know it took time before now we drop all the way to the bigger trend line that we really have here. And about what you can really realize from this is that the trend line is really becoming even stronger and more stronger. So it's not really invalid right now, but is that the market meant the trend line actually even to be even more stronger on that. Now that is the move. Remember we talked about a lot of things, specifically for the prices of gold, and now they really moved, and why this market is really struggling to hit 5,600, of which now you can see it's really happening, and it's going to take time. The prices are really stabilizing so good, and that is what we really expecting from this. Now don't worry, we are going to see now for today. We are going now to analyze the market for today. I know every day we really have to do this because every day has a different. We need to just different days and different moves. So we are going to be doing all that. Meanwhile, and good morning to you, Carlos. How are you doing? I see your comment. And yeah, so these are very beautiful. Now that is a move. I don't know whether you do the same on your chart, but that's what really happened. The next pair that we checked was actually very simple, and it is GBP USD. Let's check that one, and then we go to today's move. The London session is on. The London session is on, so you just be patient, and then we are going to come up with a signal for the entry. So yesterday we actually fought so good to find a good entry, specifically for the gold, because prices were the center, and you have seen that because the prices was at 58, 48 something, and yeah, prices moved to above and also below. That tell you that we were indeed at the center of the prices. And if probably you could have sold, maybe losing it. If you could have bought, losing it. So that was actually a perfect thing to do. Now this is great. This is great. I want you to go to your chart, because yesterday we analyzed the GBP USD, right? We analyzed GBP USD and I give you these entries. I told you make sure that you buy, but remember this, the first one that on my side and actually bought when the prices touched this and moved all the way back to 1.361, but I also told you to buy at this level here, which is 1.35426. I don't know, and I told you to buy after every 10 pip. So the prices went all the way. Let's see 1.35096. Okay, so if you're actually buying from those levels that the market was dropping, if you are buying as the levels were really dropping. Let's say even, for example, all the way to 1.35. That is actually number one. You could have bought from this level, which is around 1.354, 1.353, 1. All those at least 3 times. Now you could have actually made quite good and many pips. Number one, you could have made pips right from this, which is around 1.351, and you could have actually made from 1.35 all the way to the top here to the 700. That is 600 pips. You could have made, let's say even you end 3 entries, 600 pips as that is 600, 60 pips plus 50 pips, like almost 150 pips right there, because if you just enter 3 times, just 3 times. So you see that signal was very simple and specifically, and that was really very nice. And the market is, we are going to analyze and see, are we really going to drop from there? Because I have my position opened here, and that was really small. I did not get another time to hand more positions. Remember, also I opened another positions yesterday, and I just closed it. So we are going to also analyze again and see, perhaps maybe we might be getting a good signal from that, maybe a new one in the next few minutes. So this is nice. I'm just excited. I don't do just when you analyze the market, make sure that you're relaxed. This is money, and when you make a rush, you're going just to lose it. So you just need to check on the market. And actually, this is what I do every day. So even if I'm not live, I make sure that you sit down and then you relax and then check the market. Make sense. Let things make sense. Be patient. And once you won't be patient, like the way I'm sitting here, I know so many people are waiting. You are waiting for me to start analyzing the market and tell you this is what's going to happen. Sometimes you will see the prices of gold moving so fast, and you think now this guy is wasting our time. Now we need to move very fast. We need to move very fast and give us and then we disappear. My friend, relax. You need to relax, and that is the first thing that you really have to do. Once you open the charts, you relax and you make sure that everything makes sense. Okay, you make sure that everything makes sense. Yesterday when we were analyzing, I want to drive this point from specifically GBP USD and also the gold, so that you can get this so well. You remember well when you were analyzing these pairs, these pairs that you see here, that is GBP USD. Remember the price was actually around 1.35, almost 9. So, and we are waiting, remember, to get all the way to 50 pips down so that we can buy. That is patience. You cannot sell. Yes, we know the price was to drop all the way to the downside here, but we could not sell, right? Because we know there is high probabilities for the buying than selling from that market. And that's why you have to be patient on that. That's how you actually are supposed to do that, right? So relax. Now, since now gold is, let's talk about now the gold, and then we'll move to the currencies, and I think it is really going to be amazing. Allow me to close some of these things so that at least you can have space of you checking. But anyway, you can just keep observing the prices as they move. But in case the GBP USD moves back, let's say from the original price, then absolutely I'm going to close those trades, and then we are going to have a break even and see what we are going to get from that market. Right now, as we see this, the prices for gold is really going to move up, right? Number one, why did we get this price moving down from 4,900? 4,900 across this area here. Forget about this, because this was really far from end, because we had already targeted this. Now, look at this trend line. That was really perfect, and we are going to, this is a reference, so we are not going to draw another one. So it's very simple. The number one, there are some rules that you really need to understand about the trend line. Rules for the trend lines, it actually has to touch at least 3-point minimum. 3-point minimum, and then you have your trend line. Okay, 3-point minimum, and then you have your trend line. I can see the GBP USD is really moving up. We're going to also check on what is happening, because that is great. Now, and I think it's really dollar losing it, because I think we also checked on the DXY. We also checked on the DXY, so we are going to see what is happening and what is really going to happen on this market. I'm going also to reveal something very great today, so that it's going to be the fundamental for everything that you are really doing. So stick here. What the information I'm going to give you is really going to be very amazing. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of what I'm going to show you, probably maybe before even we end this live, because some of this information I take time to do research and learn, experience, and yeah. Look at this. This is the price of gold after hitting this level here, which is down across this area here. Remember, now this is the lowest time frame of 1 hour time frame. Now the market is moving up. This candle has actually been up, but you can see we end a rejection here, and actually this is double top that we have here. Just look at this, and that was actually to be supported by two things. And if you could have entered, this was actually a perfect entry, that is to sell around 4,900 all the way across this 48.28. And trust me, right now there are so many people who are fearing to enter specifically for sales. So many people are fearing to short gold, right? So many people are fearing to short gold. Number one reasons, they are waiting, or they're anticipating that the price of gold actually going to hit new high, and when they short the market, they are going to be of less advantage, like takes literal advantage from the market. But what you have to know that right now is that really the prices are really stabilizing, and this is great, right? Now, that's why you see so many people really fearing on this. And I know maybe today we might actually be stepping at least to, in case we don't spot a good opportunity, maybe to wait. Yesterday we waited so many, like yesterday we waited like almost some hours before we get the entry, and that is the patience. But actually the market, did the market actually come to a point of entry? Absolutely yes. The market visited our zones, and that was really indeed amazing. So after the market visited, that is just the power of patience. So you just have to be patient. So in case we not get that one, then for the scalpers, I don't know, not so many people are the traders, and not so many people right now you can't swing on the gold. That means you can't own like 2 days or that. Even me, I can't actually swing on the gold, and that is what you have to know. So if you are swing trader, make sure that you can do that on the currencies, because you can see the entry that we entered yesterday for the GBP USD. I'm still holding on that, but for gold right now, it's either you are day trading or you are scalping. So just two things. But if you overdo, remember, you can have massive profit and then lose it all the next morning. All right, so that is the number one. Now if you look at the prices of gold after achieving this, then I want us to definitely to start with the time frame alignment. You know time frame alignment? Do you know about the time frame alignment, or you know that? The time frame alignment. I know I have so much drawings here, and I'm going to delete all of them. Remember yesterday, I don't want you to forget that. Make sure that you have those drawings on your PC. If you have a PC, make sure that you have drawn those ones, okay? So that we can start again afresh and see where the price actually might be ending, and the candles will not lie to us. Now look at this. After achieving these two massive candles, I want us to start this again. Probably we're going to see different thing. After now achieving this big target here, and the market moving all the way to 44. Now you can see at least we got a recovery here, of which we conned 50.90, around 5,100, which we conned around 50 or 61% of Fibonacci retracement. Is it a Fibonacci K or C? K or C? Let me just know on the chart. Is it Fibonacci or Fibonacci? That name normally confuses me, and honestly I don't know. So is it a K or C? KC. Just let me know. Write K or C. I'll know what to pronounce. How I'm going to pronounce it. Now look at this. After achieving this target here, now we got this market moving to 50.93. If I were you, then this could have actually been my selling point. Like, I'm going to exit this market because number one, you see, we end a gap that was created around that corner here. This is on the day candle, and after creating this candle that we have here, now the market now relaxed. Like we say, now we have achieved the target. Now you know what, we can still move down. Now there's no problem. Okay, we can still move down. And what do you see from this candle that we have here? What do we see from this candle here that we have? Of course, this candle did not create for how do we call them, ICT traders. This candle did not create any gap, because a gap is created because already this market went to this zone, and after closing this area here, another one opened and moved all the way to close down here. This is when you're getting this candle moving up. Now of course, did not have a gap unless if this candle opened and closed above from that level. That is when we could have actually been filled with this one. Okay, now are we getting the signs to like move up or recover? Because this can happen on the daily time frame. Remember, we have to get this either in the highest time frame, lowest time frame, for us to get these things clearly, and we need several days before this is revealed. And for us to know, because the market is really stabilizing, we need several days now to determine, is this market really moving up or down? That is the first thing that we need here. Okay, we need that, because we can't say, let me show you something. Let me show you something here. Yes, after achieving that, or maybe moving lower than or all the way to the down here, then we say we are going to form a new high. Then of course that is someone who is saying, you know what, that is a market that is moving like this, and your work is to wait for this market to create something like this. Okay. That's why I'm telling you, after this you need to be very observant. And you're saying, after market moving to this and achieving this and getting to this point, I need to see another one like 53, then like this. So that is your expectations from that market. But remember, for this point to be valid, for this prediction to be valid, remember this is daily time frame. Okay, I need you to follow on this so that you don't get lost. Yes. Do you see that? Do you see that? Yes, you can say that. Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see what I'm talking about? This is simple. Again, this is simple. From this top here down one says market achieved this. Now the market is really going to recover, but the market is not going to recover like the way it did with this one candle. It's really going to recover with the structure. Okay, remember that is crash. There's difference between a correction, like the correction that we got is crazy. That was a crash kind of correction. And there are two things that you really need to know on this. That's why we call the market short and long buys, because when we start buying, the market actually can stay longer, but when the market short, actually that short is really not going to last longer. You understand? Look at this. For example, when the gold was really buying, like look at this, these were several days, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, almost a whole week buying from this level here. Or maybe let's even count from, I want us to look at this kind of from this here all the way to the top here. Do you know how many days are these? Like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. Those are 2 weeks. The market took 2 weeks to move from 44 all the way to the top here, which is 56. 2 weeks. But look at the short. It took only how many days for the market to fall this level? Only 3 days. 3 days, and the market was at the same level again here, 44. So that's where you have to know. Sometimes when it comes to the short, actually they don't really last longer. They don't really last longer compared to the bulls, and that's why you name short and shorting the market, and I think the long market actually came from. All right, simple. Now this is what I'm saying here so that you may understand. I think we are learning as we analyze the market, then we get the signal or we wait and then we proceed with this. Now if you're saying this market is moving like this, we got this, then we recover on this. Of course this is 61% of Fibonacci moved down. Then if you're saying that, then of course we expect another candle to be formed here. And you see this is actually like the vice versa of what we got from the lowest time frame, although this can still happen. But for us to confirm that, we need at least this market to move. We need this market to move and confirm at least this one candle that we have here. Okay, we need at least the structure. We need some days before we get this, so at least we can get that recovery so that we can get that recovery in structure form, just like we are getting the lowest time frame. Now that is what we are getting. Now what are we getting from the lowest time frame? Let's move to the 4-hour time frame now so that we can understand this clearly. But the 4-hour time frame is still the same. Look at that. It's indeed trying, but 2 points can't form a trend line. That is what you have to understand. 2 points can't form unless when this market probably comes to this area, let's say 52.78. If these prices come to this level 52.78 here, this is what I want you to understand, or possibilities of the highest time frame and the lowest time frame. If these prices comes to this level, like let's say we make the first move, second move, these prices keep moving all the way to the top here. You see that's a structure, right? And then of course you expect the prices to either drop again to 48 and then to move with the same pattern. Now this becomes, you don't sell here, actually you wait for the prices to come and then you go long here, but you can see we have not really got to that point, like that level is not really yet confirmed. That's why we need days for us to confirm this on the highest time frame. That's why now we are going to move now on the daily time frame, and this is really going to be for the day traders. I don't want to do that to confuse you. So in days to come, let's say in the next 2 weeks, we are going to get a clear structure on the movement of the market. And that's why you see the prices for the gold are really stabilizing, because many people are really waiting to see what, that is what I said yesterday, so many people are waiting to see a clear sign of a possibility for the market to move down. So in 2 weeks we might be getting either to this point, the prices can actually be here, but at least when we get a clear pattern like this, let's say market moves to 53 and gets back, that now when we analyze and say at least at this level here we are going to have a buy, because already these actually have been confirmed and the market is really going to be doing that. But you see now for that reversal is not really confirmed, and now we need to just wait. And that's why now we move to 1 hour time frame so that we can see now the pattern on how the market is moving. Okay, now this is where now this takes us on the market move. Now when we get this clearly, we can see this is amazing. Because the reason this matters on the highest time frame. Remember we drew this line on the highest time frame, that is daily time frame. Okay, we drew this on the daily time frame. I want you to see things clearly so that you don't get confused with the time frame, and then we have to find unders where to execute the market, because we trust our strategy. Now this is what you get from the market and the breakout and all those things. Now what if this big move that we saw here moving after getting this, what if this was actually to end here? What if all this was to end here, like all this sharpness, all these sharp trend lines was actually to take this market of ours all the way to this point here. Okay. What was it? Assume now it was to take the market there, and we have another one here. Do you see that? We have another one here. Now that means anytime now, because now the market have visited this amazing level here, we are going to see that in different angles, even on the volume sign, to see whether that area is really valid as we see it. Now assume now if that price was really visiting that area, and also we have another double top here, then it means just one thing. It means one thing for us now to obvious that this was our last price, what we were to achieve around 46.64 and not below this trend line again. Then this market actually has to break like all the way, like we have to break to the top. Like now we need breakout to answer that market. Like we don't need them below prices from there, because I don't think, if I even add an indicator here, I don't think we have any gap that was created from this market. And you can see that sharpness is really indeed amazing. So now we are going to analyze this in candles. Now if you are planning like to buy or sell from this market, is really going to, which side is it going to favor you on this, right? Now you can see we are getting into the distros, then we get the point. Because if this market is going to come back, then of course it really has to come slightly, let's say around here, which is 48 again, which is this level that we have. I'm going to confirm that. That is the maximum that we can get from this price, and it has to come to that level now before we presume to move on the upper side, right? This level here. Okay, so this is a minimum that we can get. Like this is it, like this is it, like this is the price that we can get from this level. Because you can see every time we like look at this big candle that we have here. Okay, look at this. We are getting this once the market touches this, boom, this big candle that we have here. And you see this candle here, that's this very big candle here. We have this, also this one, and also this one. So these three here, it's just a confirmation that they are let me get some water. I'm coming back. Some water. Yes, yes. So I want us to find the best accurate point. I want us to find the best accuracy, but with the support of what I'm saying. Not just saying buying and buying. I want us to find, all of us together, we find the best entry point. We're going to find the best entry point here together, right? Like just like yesterday. Like yesterday was really amazing and we got that clearly. Remember this point. Now, I'm really concerned about this area here. Now we have enlightened two things. That is this area here that we have, which is this level. I told you to relax. Now we are getting very big. Like this seems to be an under block around this area here. Like we are getting so much unders, getting for the specifically for buyers around this area here, because you can see once this market actually here, it's boom all the way to the top, just one candle, and it took all this market to these levels that we have here. So this becomes a key area of interest. Now this is amazing. Could it be like this prices was actually visiting this, all this big move, all this sharpness here was actually to take this market? Remember last time the big candle that moved the market all the way to 44 here was just like 1 day and 3 days movement. But this, at least now the market is making sense, and this is the kind of market that makes us money. This is the kind of the market that makes us money. Remember, they have a market where we get one big candle just wiping everyone's stop losses and making all that's a very bad idea. At least this one you can see is tradable. The market is tradable when we something like this. Now let's try to make sense from this chart, and then we'll go into the details, more details, fundamentals, to see whether it's going to support what you're going to get from technical here, right? Now I'm really concerned about the list level. Like after market achieving this, it's really going to try and move all the way up, because this really matters. Okay, let me reduce the size for this. Anytime we're going to get the entry point, so worry not. We are there. We are almost there. You can see we are almost there now. We are almost there. Like we are almost now to crack this point. We are almost to crack it. Like this pattern is really good. So you see, this matters as well. So, and the other thing that you really have to note is 50 around here. So this is the point around here. Let me even put it slightly down here, slightly down there. Okay, now we are going to move to the candlesticks alignment. We are now going to move to the candlesticks alignment, because there's something great that is going to happen here that is really going to cause chaos. Like the market is going to make something big move here, and you can see the problem that we have anytime at this time London session when just open. Sometimes you get these difficulties of determining. Remember also yesterday we are almost this level here, like we are almost in the edge of breaking out from this market, and this is true, because once we break this, it means now the market will not really be coming down. And I think there might be possibilities, because in case maybe we move down, I expect not this market to move slightly below this, and I don't want to be, I just want to be open-minded of where this market can just move any, because gold can move to any direction. I don't want to say that you're going to form new highs and then the market actually keep dipping down. Now, what do we have here in terms of these candles? So from this level now, we can start from this side here to know whether we are going to get to 4,900. This candle was really perfect. After this big move, we end as more correction on that. We get these two. We also get this bigger one, and the market corrected it. Another opened here and the market moved down. We have now this one here where the price is just descending to hit this level. These patterns of the candles that we have here, these three, they are really not 100% clear on that, because you can see this bigger one, we were actually to get this candle here that was moving to this level here to correct, and when we open this another one here, I expected it to move all the way to the top. But you can see there's a bigger resistance across this area here. When the market moves, you can see many orders placed here, and you're going to see the same when we put a volume profile across this area here. You're going to see there are several orders that are really being placed here. That's why you can see anytime even this candle here, the market was really faster or in terms of sales orders that were being placed at this level here. The same thing like what was actually happening here. So we have these two levels here of where this market actually can touch, and between this place and this zone here, right? Now I know what will be helping us to know whether the market is really going to penetrate all the way up or down. Okay, this is tricky. Now you can see get something here. This candle that you see here is going to close in the next what is the time? It's going to close in the next 20 minutes. This candle that you see here is going to close in the next 20 minutes. Now, why this candle matters a lot? This candle matters a lot. After achieving this target that we have here, and probably I can select even 2-hour time frame so that we can combine these two candles that we have, and then we are going to see something like this. Now when you combine those 2 hours, you can see this clearly that we need this market now, this candle to come and at least close at least above here, and you can see how we are getting this rejection here, but at least now we need to get this candle moving all the way to the top here. But the problem that we have here is one. The problem we have right here is one. Right now at this price, that gives you the reason not to actually to either buy or sell from this market right now. Number one, you can see although the price is actually visiting 4,900, but you can see the price, this candle actually closed inside here, and these are concern. Still the price is inside those two trend lines, because you can see also another candle that opened here on the 2-hour time frame, it is still inside here. All right, so on the 2-hour time frame, it is giving this vibe of this market really moving down again, like that. That is what I really want you to understand. On this. But in case this market now comes to these levels that we have here, 48.93, all right, now this is the region that I'm expecting now at least to see if this price now can break, and we have now the prices on where. Do you really know about the rules for the breakout? Once we break out from this region here again, this is what we might be getting from this market moving this way. Okay, so allow me to reduce the size. The market that can move that way, and then we get almost to the near the prices around this way, and then we keep moving all the way to the top. That is what we might be getting from that. But for this candle, that the prices actually asked to stay above 47.93. We have to stay actually slightly above 43.93 for these prices to keep moving up. And you can see the buyers were really determined here, but got a rejection around 4,900. So there's likelihood now this price is really going to come to this level, because already this candle is actually just to move and done a correction towards this market around this candle here, which was actually 48.33. Now the next I'm expecting is this market to break out this candle, and the reason I'm saying that is because this will be very valid now, because I know this market will be visiting 48 in the near future, but we need to get another high, not all high, but at least higher than this. We need to get higher than this, and probably it's going to be around that area here, that area that we have here. At least we are breaking this down to see what we really get, what we really got from that market, right? At least now we are breaking it, but this is going to be invalid in case now we move slightly below this, because if we're going to move below this, then we are going to hit probably even a new low of 4600, and we are going to get a different pattern. But on this candle, how it is really forming here is a clear sign that we are going to move all the way to the top. It's like we are going to move all the way to the top, but we give it a bonus of the way to 4,800. Yeah, 4,800 is not really far, because gold can achieve that in just a few minutes, few seconds. They can get to that level very quick, and then the price resumes all the way to the top. This is simple, but it's still good, but you really need to think and give the market time to come to your levels. As you can see it, yeah, do you get that vibe? That's what I'm getting. Now you can see this one is actually becoming the reason you see the prices actually ranging around this area here. You're not the only one who have seen this line, this trend line. Look at this. You're not only the one who has seen it. 1, 2, third time for if you look on the 1 hour time frame, you are going to see it like more than 1, 2, 3, and fourth time being around this area. So that's why you can see we are struggling to really move all the way to the top. Yeah, so number one, that is what we didn't get from that price, and we can be expecting at least to see a breakout. And I know the next price that we can be testing from this might be around 49.59 before now the price maybe decides to come down. Oh my god, ukinini hapa nasikianga utapata pesa, ni kama tutawini hii trend, right? Katikati ya dhamba hapa in the middle. Wow, pesa ziko wapi? Ni kama hii trend nitaingia hii, kama nitaingia hii kulingana na science. Kana science zenye napata. Which time frame is that? The Ann is asking, one Wanjiko is asking, which time frame is that? Which time frame is this? We have combined different time frame. Daily time frame, we need more confirmation for the structure that we have aligned. We have checked on the 4-hour time frame. They're still the same. We are also now checking on our entries, or that is now we are on 2-hour time frame. And 1-hour time frame is kind of confusing because of the small candles that were formed, and that's why we are now on the 2-hour time frame. And we are saying this market has all the signs to move, but in case we move down, and don't expect the prices lower than 47.98. So I don't expect these prices to fall below this level. I don't expect these prices to fall below that level. And in case they fall below that level, remember, when these prices come to this place, we might be getting spikes towards the upper side. That was can really happen. Okay, that's what can really happen. The reason that this, remember yesterday when we were analyzing this market, we saw this trend line, and remember the prices were here around this corner here, around 49.20. We analyzed and said we are going to buy around this area here, and the market actually moved so good. Again, price formed all the way, expecting that this is more trend line that we spotted yesterday, right? So that's why we are trying all we can to just know where we might be ending. The current price is 48.61. The current price is 48.61. But as you can see, this is what I'm talking about. We are getting a very big resistance here. That means many orders might have been placed across 4,900. That is what we spoke again yesterday about this area here, because you can see these prices went, the buyers were very determined but got the rejection around this area here, 4,900. Again, we got a very big sell-off from this area of 4,900 across this point, which triggered the price to move all the way again to 46, this area here. And again, I said there's something about this region, so that's why we have in between these two parts matters a lot. So make sure that we have marked this region here, and I want to use one of the lag indicators to see this bigger move here. But when you see these candles on the 2-hour time frame, when you see these two candles that are here, although this price, and the reason you are seeing the price is actually trying to break this, and it's really is because of this line here. What else is actually making this price not to break this, to move up specifically for this candle? And that's what you see in the next like 12 right now it's just 4 minutes. This candle is really going to close this area, and if this market does not close, if this candle does not really close slightly above this to confirm that it's going to be a breakout, probably we might be getting to this region that we have here. That's why you see really buyers and sellers struggling around this area here again, at least for to stay below the trend line, and buyers trying to stay above the trend line for a signs of a breakout that is happening to this candle. Look at that. In the next 4 minutes we get that to our candle closing, and then closing the next 4 minutes. So 3 minutes now. So we're going to see the next candle, how it's going to open and the direction it's going to give us. But this is what we got. Of course, I see higher possibility because already market achieved this level here. The first one we got rejected here. So I expect now when this price comes to 4,900 here, at least the market might move slightly back, and then we come back and break this. Remember, because of these sellers here, they will be trying to find a triple top, like this kind of things like that. Okay, that is what we might be getting from this level. The trend that you see running is so the trend that you see running is absolutely the trend that we took yesterday here for the GBP USD. It was a sniper entry, nice one, 2 of them, and that was really great. So yesterday was as well good. When you talk about yesterday, was really good, and also the day before yesterday was amazing. If this is your first time to be here, make sure that you subscribe kindly and turn on notification bell. We are always live here on the YouTube, trending live, and analyzing the market fundamentals, news, microeconomics, a lot of things. And we don't just give signals, we analyze together. And you, of course, perfect. Actually, since we started this live, I don't even remember the last time the market went against us, or we lost, or the market decided to eat our SL. I've never seen that. I've actually taken some days, like almost the whole month. What is happening? I'm not saying that we're going to lose, but at least no way. This is really good, it's really beautiful. Now that is what I'm getting from, that is the vibe I'm getting from this. Like the buyers are really going to be determined here to get the prices. Now I want to take this further. Now I want to get this further, and I want to see how people are, where buyers here are really entering. So let's seek this further on something great. I want to have something. Okay, let's even use first of all this. I want to see something here. They also tell us the region that matters and don't really matter a lot. Okay. I see. I see. Relax. Gold is really trying. I think traders are really fearing this. Now you see the next candle has opened. We have this candle that has opened, and this is what I am still expecting to see the prices moving to these levels and breaking this out. But the market, it seems that the candle has actually closed slightly almost the same position that we have. Just almost the same positions. Just almost the same positions, eh? Just the same position. So yes, the same position that we have. Yeah, but I'm expecting also that candle to slightly I'm expecting higher. Maybe the last price we can move is 54. So let me mark this. Move the maximum 54. Yeah, that's a zone here. So after this level, that I'm expecting now for the candle to move up. I'm expecting the candle to move up from that level. I'm expecting you to move up from there. Just move up. Okay, I'm expecting it to move from that level here. We just to move up, unless now it's going to respect this trend line. I'm expecting this is 54. This is 54. That's 54. Yes, that's 54. I'm expecting it to move, and probably we're going to hit this level here, which is 48.90. And in case maybe we get this level here, I'll tell you what's going to happen from this market here, because I'm getting different vibes. Let me have this. We have a problem here. We have a problem. I don't think so many people really expect the prices for gold to move up because of the kind of the levels that we have in the market. I don't really think so. If you look at this, we have so much orders that are really shorting this market. Like we have so many sellers in the market right now, and this is kind of crazy. That is now what we are going also to check other ones. So we are also going to include other statements. So let's move with it. Now all you see, number one, we have this zone here, which is 49.23. So that will be across here. Actually, this is the level here, around here. Around that level there. Okay. Yeah, so that's what we are getting here. I think we might be moving towards this place here, but we are getting so much on that. We are getting so much sell positions across this area here, and this might push these prices to this corner here. Okay. we're getting so much sales on us across these zones here, and this actually might be pushing these prices to these levels. Now the candles alignment is really so good right here. The candles are really in alignment as really so good here. Of course, expecting the breakout once this area here, but there's some of the orders, like how people are really placing this market, the kind of positions that are here in the market are really crazy, because you see now people are really placing more of these orders towards the downside. Like we have so many sellers right now, we have so many sellers in the market, we have so much sellers are too much. Orders for sales are really too many in the market right now. That's why the market is really struggling even to move to 4,900. But in case we get this level, at least this is going to matter. Let's see. That's crazy. This is great. This is crazy. So let's see what we get from that candle before we move down. This kind of wonders that we have here really matter. So I'm going to have this again. Like we have so many sell orders, more than buyers orders that we have in the market right now. The sell orders are many. Trust me, are many. But right now, at least at this level, so once we get these positions here, they really reduced, and wow, what? The market is really crazy. 34. Cross here, so we might be getting to this level, and even perhaps market moving maybe even down, probably down. Allow me to extend this. This is crazy. Yeah, but we stay positive. Let's just stay positive towards. I'm going to stay positive towards this. So this is the area. This is exactly after the breakout. This is what we'll get. So I'm expecting longer positions, like from that point. I'm expecting this market to move all the way to the top. From that level, so that is what I'm expecting to get. I'm expecting that, so that's what I'm expect at least a rejection towards that area, like this market to move all the way up. Let me put also this market from where we are right now here. So I'm expecting at least to get a spike towards the upper side. Like that. So I'm not changing that. So still remain the same. Yeah, but the last price I'm expecting to get is 47.98, which is around 4,800. Slightly this area here. So that is a last price. I may expect this price to maybe visit in case but the higher prices, that is what I'm expecting to get from that market. And we have so many sell orders here, so we'll be trying to break that zone. That is what I want us to try and break from that level. So in case this market keep dipping and we move to 47.97, that is going to be great, because we start now buying from that zone as the market dips down. Yeah, but around here, So you see in breakout, actually, this is really nice. Now, the trend line that we drew, we are waiting for market to break it. It's crazy. We just wait for the market to break it. So the idea is the market is going to move upper side. We are going to move on the upper side. We are going to move on upper side. We are going to move up. We are going to move up. We're going to move up. So what I'm going to do here, because of what I said, I'm just going to hand 0 point, a small lot for gold. That's just a buy position. And my last entry really going to be once we break this area here around 47.67, and then things will really be different. So that's 1 point of 0.05, just a small one, targeting on the higher side. I know buying right now sounds crazy. Sounds crazy right now, I know that. Yeah, so but that is what I'm getting here from that zone, that the market is showing us a sign to buy from that region. That is what we are getting. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, we might be buying all the way to the top. This is now 1 hour time frame. That is now 1 hour time frame. Just, make sure that at least when you are doing this, small lot size, even if you have big account, because gold is really moving in a very crazy way. So my confidence here for the market to move up is, let's say, how many percent do I give this? Let me give it 70%. 70% up, like 70% confidence. 70%. I give it 70%. I give it 70%. 70% confidence. 70% confidence. So that is what I'm going to give that market. 70%. 70%. So we are going to move up. So I've already bought from this zone. So that is my first entry. Yeah, that's my first entry. I crossed 40. My entry is 44. Yeah, 44. I'm expecting at least to get higher prices. 44. So let's wait and see. But at least I expect that. $44. Let's go. So when the market comes to this area, we'll see whether we have gold prices for buy opportunities. But I'm going to mark these areas. Let me mark them. We have this region. We have where we have placed the TP, and we have this mark. Okay, so those are areas I'm marking. Huh? Okay, let's see. That's the entry point. It has the same entry point, $2.2 down. At the entry point, that's what we are getting. What? Is it really going to be in the trend line that you are? I don't know. The trend line is really very strong, but I'm really waiting to see from the market to break it towards the upper side. That's what I'm expecting from this. If you look at the candles alignment, how the market really moved so perfect, then of course you expect you don't expect anything else but at least the market to move up, and the last price you can expect this is 47.97. Otherwise market, unless gold is going to sell for a very very long time, right? Unless maybe we are going to sell all the way and create a new low. If we are going to move there, then it's going to be different. Okay, still waiting. I'm going to expand this, you see things clearly. Yeah, so yes, what's happening with the price is really up, so I'm expecting to see a blue candle moving out. So that's our entry point. 44, 44. So 50, 60. So once this candle actually moves past closes above 48, we move to 49. This is going to be very critical, probably 49.10. 49.10 here, because the prices actually can come around this area and sell the same way. But all of them, I'm just expecting at least a breakout towards the upper side. Yeah, so that's the vibe I'm getting from the dollar. The GBP USD that we analyzed, our entries to be from 400. Yesterday, the price is down. The price is up. Look at that. This is really great. This is great. This is great. This is great. So after these levels, so remember we are buying from, we bought from the prices achieving this level all the way to 10 pip. Buy everything. This is yesterday. So if you missed that, I don't know what you can say if you are late from this, because yeah, might be getting at least 600 and maybe keep moving up in case you're going to get a higher result, high highs. So let me just check GBP USD on the highest time frame so that we can proceed on this. Of course, I look at that. This was simple. This was simple. This is how the GBP USD has been creating this. But even before that, it's wise to check on how the DXY has been performing. So remember now what we discussed earlier about the DXY. We talked about different things about the DXY weakening and the remedies that I may have for the DXY to strengthen. We talked about that, the remedies for the JPY to strengthen, right? And that number one of it was actually the liquidity tightening that may happen anytime. So I don't know how they are going to use that. Comparing that, but I think the shutdown is over. But by Trump choosing someone who you want to stay dovish is really something that is going to weaken the dollar for a long time. So that's crazy. So that really bad news, positive news. So let me check on the DXY and then we'll get back, because it's still at least a strength, at least from this. So we end up very big, but this might actually be affecting the GBP. But also we talked about the GBP because GBP, they decided to maintain the interest rate at I think something very, I didn't check well. That is, I think, yesterday. So this is our recovery that we are getting from GBP, the DXY. There's something else I want to check also. Be adding the chart here so that we can compare these three things. They are very important. Sometimes even the DXY is not really going to give us the accurate information. So now listen to this. I'm going to check on this. I'm going to check on bonds. I'm going to check on this. You are this one. Then we're going to check on this. So I'm going to launch the chart on this. This is a 2-year round. Let's see how it's really performing, because this is very important. This is really important. This is important. I want us to check the yield, and I'll tell you how it's connected to what we are talking about here. Now this is the 2 year yield. On daily time frame. Now the US 2 year, this is a yield that we really get from this, and these are the bonds that government pays to borrow money from the investors. And one thing that you really have to know is that this is directly correlated to the dollar, right? So once it moves up, of course the dollar moves up. Then it's as a direct correlation towards the dollar. So you need to analyze this so well and know where the market is really moving, because you can see this after the market opening around this area here. Throughout the day, the market has really been moving up after this downside that we really got from all the way to the top. But you can see it's actually around 3.4%. I think this is low. This is not really that big, because we expect that, let's even say the prices to come at least to 3.80%. It will give us a vibe of at least the market, the hawkish. At least it will give us a hawkish, what do we call it? A vibe of hawkish vibe that can happen to the dollar, at least strengthening it. But considering the DXY is really moving up, this is also the 4-hour time frame. But at least for the long term goal that we are really going to be focusing on, the yield is really important. And when you analyze so well, you see this is how it has really been moving inside these circles, like this move here. That means we are down. And I think now we need at least to move to this level again, which actually might strengthen and at least. Yeah, but this is weakening that we are really getting right now, and I think that is past. I think that is yesterday. And that's why you saw now the prices for the GBP USD behaving, at least that we got the prices at least moving up yesterday. These are really boring stuff, but I've created a video now to the yield, 2-year yield and 10-year yield. You can just check that and correlate them with the prices for the dollar that is really moving. Now, getting back to this is very important. Now we'll be checking GBP USD as we proceed, but as we monitor these prices here, look at our entry. The prices are really going to be moving towards the top here, and once we hit this area here, we are going to close the live and we are going to call it a day, because that is really going to be amazing. So I know you people hate boring stuffs like microeconomics, so I'm not going to talk about that so much. So my entry of Vanguard was around 44. So I'm waiting to see at least this level here, 49.22, around that area here, and then we call it a day, at least when we achieve that result. Okay, because I know we might be getting another rejection towards the upper side like that. Yeah, I know. Look at this. This is really tempting. Let me tell you, this is really tempting. Do you know why this is tempting? Do you know why this is tempting? This is tempting because if you look at this is trend line that we've been trending from yesterday. These ones, we have been trading this since yesterday. This one that we have here, the market moving like this, and look at that now. You tell me if you're not going to sell at this level here and wait for the prices to come down. It is very tempting. Like you feel like this is the time I'm going to sell, and it's really tempting. That temptation here. Yeah. So let's see. In case I'm 70% sure that we are going to hit that level. We're getting rejections too much across these areas here, so I'm still waiting. So in case we get that level, that's going to be amazing. So once we hit 70s or maybe 80s, I think that will be amazing. It's really going to be achieved very fast. It's going to be very fast to get there. Are you watching this and you have not subscribed? Make sure that you subscribe, turn on notification bell, we give signals, and actually you just subscribe and then click that bell and select all. When you select all, every time I'm live here, you'll be notified. And it's live, come and we can get some good signals here, not only on the gold, but I want us to observe this because this is tricky, and the last candle to be formed here is really very nice. And you've seen I'm really using is very small losses here because you know how the market is really behaving. Because of the behavior of the market, we are really to have to be very careful. Because of the behavior of the market, we are really very careful on this. Let's see. Kando. Where are you taking us? I'm expecting 70. Come on. I'm expecting 70. I'm expecting 70. 48, 70, 48, 70. We get 48.70 and then we proceed to move up. That will be very amazing. That will be very amazing in case we get 48.70. Actually driving these levels here, actually that is like trading when the prices was really up, you know. We get 48.70 then we proceed to move up. That will be very amazing. That will be very amazing in case we get 48.70. Actually driving these levels here, actually that is like trading when the prices was really up, you know. Get 48.70 then we proceed to move up. We'll keep checking on the prices. Let's see what the market is really doing here in terms of currencies. The currencies that are so New Zealand. This is what is still happening. Oof. What is market is really doing here? So this is what going. This is what going up. So this is what's happening. So New Zealand dollar and JPY. So this is what's happening. This is one day. Let's see. Past 1 hour. Still JPY losing it. Remember the last day the JPY was actually gaining just because of some rumors. Actually, rumors normally moves the market. It's not only rumors, but I think there's some information that people really look from these guys. And you see now when the currency actually start losing value, like the price, actually even Kenya shillings is stronger than JPY. And I think one of the things that is trying to do they're trying to do is to come up with at least with some information to strengthen the dollar, the intervention, talking about the intervention, at least to strengthen the dollar a little, the JPY a little bit. That is what really happened. Yeah, they were trying at least to say intervention is coming up, at least to make sure the prices of the JPY stay strong. This is incredible. Now the JPY, the Nini is up. The wow, gold is really up 70. I'm expecting now the prices to stay up more than 70, and then the prices will really be good. 70. I'm expecting more than 70. 67, so I'm expecting more than the market to move all the way up. So patience, and then we waited to see the prices stopping up all the way to 64 again. I think that was really quick. That was really quick. That was quick. That was really quick. That was quick. No problem. We're just waiting to see again us jumping up. So as we continue this, we are still observing the 63. I was expecting to see that. Now what I'm talking about is JPY. You can see on the 4 time frame JPY is really down. Weekly, I think, just because of the other week, and you can see it really losing. One of the things that actually meant the strength for this JPY is just because of the intervention, and then you see how the guy was talking about, we are planning to have this intervention, JPY and all those things, and that is just the language. When you realize your currency is at least is losing it, then you try to stay dovish, or at least you talk some positive vibe that at least will strengthen your currency positively on the financial market and the FX market. And that is what I think there is accident to do that. Now the problem is when the JPY starts losing it again, when we end up to 160, I think they have to do something about it. Because now by just talking is really not going to help at all. Yeah, you cannot do that, but I don't think it's really sustainable. And when you look between the Howdy and JPY, you are going to see a very big candle around, let's even for example say 4 hour time frame. So when you look at this JPY and Audi, you are going to see, let's Audi JPY strength and weakening, you're going to see a very big bullish candle on this. We can check on that. That is do we have really that pair? Because there are some pairs that I've never traded before, like that pair. I've never traded actually out JPY. What's up? Yeah, just look at this big move here. The market is really moving so on, well, like daily creating high highs, and the market having these bulls, market sharply moving up. So this is what you're getting from this pair, and the market continues. Now let me see, are we really on the overpriced, or the prices are still stable? You can look at this. Even if you use this RSI thing, you see the bullish that we've really been getting. Until now we are actually on 10. This is actually almost 110 from these levels here, from 88, and the market is really moving up. Assume now there is someone who's on around this area thinking that the price is going to move down and come back, but at least this is really good, because this movement, I really like this kind of movement. So when you see the prices moving like this is really nice. This is really nice. This is nice, because for example, if you bought around this area 101, the price moves up here almost to hit your stop loss, the price comes down, and we won't buy at this level. At least the price is just recovering and not moving just like the gold was really moving so fast. So at least on this price, the market was really moving down, and I think yet the price might create another high, considering now that Audi is really strengthening. And now we are getting the reversal for JPY after gaining massively here. So remember also, we end some entries on USD JPY. JPY is losing it after a very strong strength that we had gotten from it, and now the market is at least moving. So that's nice. At least it's trying. At least we are trying here. back to our pair here, which is gold. We are struggling actually to break these levels here to 49, but no problem, I'm still observing. So in case the market reverses to, I'm trying to take out around 30 20s there, so that is the stop loss I'm going to have in case this market decides, you know what, I'm not going to that area. Yeah, so we are getting very big rejection towards the upper side, but the market, definitely the market is good. The market is really nice because I think now the volatility has really reduced. The prices are really stable. I think even the brokers that were fearing the prices, now you can come back. Just come back, no problem. The prices are really good right now. Just come back. Yeah, so this kind of, once the market is going to close in the next 1 hour, like 20 minutes, we're going to close this. It's going to close, and I'm expecting actually to close at least, let's say, above this price that we have, probably maybe 72. So once we close above that 72 there, around 70, then it's really going to be nice because we're going to have a sign that indeed this price will be moving all the way to the top, right? That is the sign that we're going to have. So I'm going to tell you why we have seeing the Nasdaq and why we are seeing the stock index is actually falling down. Have you seen Nasdaq actually from 2000, from 26,000 all the way to 24, around 24,200? That's crazy. That's crazy movement, man. That's crazy. That's crazy movement, eh? That's crazy movement. Now, as the candle is approaching to close, you can see what is happening to the market. Now, I want to talk about what is happening right now. Like, actually everyone is just asking, why is the stock market actually falling right now? Now let me just break it down. Let's say in just even 1 minute, okay? So if you look at the Nasdaq is actually full of the tech and actually the AI stock, eh? So you can see it is really falling. Also, normally when you see the Nasdaq falling, big names like AMD and also the Nvidia normally falls together. They actually moves as a group, eh? Now, number 2, AMD and Nvidia are actually connections, and these companies are actually competitors. They own deal with the chips and AI and all those things, but investors actually normally treat them, like they're together as one sector. So what normally happens is, if the Nvidia falls or drops, or it's earning disappoint, money normally leaves all AI stocks, and that normally includes the AMT. Now the third point is AI earning problem. AMD and others are actually spending a lot of money. Like right now, there is high demand. This is what we call an AI bubble. AI bubble is where the AI is really, everything is AI, and people are really creating a lot. And these companies actually now they have to spend more on research, new chips, and actually also on the data centers, and that's good actually for the future. But right now normally it hurts the profit for the company, and that's why you see now people tend to this is normally a problem. Now, earning versus expectations, here's the key point. Right now, if this company are really getting these things right, like you are making very big sales and all that, and you see now the companies actually did fail. They just didn't beat very expectation. People are really expecting to see a stream, like an amazing result. That is what we want to see from these companies. Since there is high demand and you are selling so big, why don't we see good results from these companies? So what normally happened? Stocks drop, right? Number 4, AI bubble fear. Investors are actually now asking, is AI growing fast or is it overhyped? Have you seen something being overhyped and the prices actually start kicking up? And that is the question. And that is the question I'm asking also. Is AI really growing, or we are just receiving the hype of this, and maybe in the future might be getting something maybe better than AI? Yeah. So when the fear enters the market, traders sell, profit, and get booked prices fall normally fast, and that's why you see Nasdaq is really falling down, right? And now this is actually not a crash. This is actually a normal pullback. It's not in a hot sector like Nvidia and these companies of the tech. Now, smart money knows short-term pain, long-term potential. All right, so this is incredible. Are you really investing in any of these stocks, like AI stocks? I know they are really buying so good. And when you look at this on the hourly, on this is Don Johnson, but mostly we'll check on the Nasdaq. We are on daily very strong sell, weekly strong sell, but monthly it's really on the strong buy. And I think this is great. At least this is great. This is great. Yeah, do you think this is overhyped, or do you think there's a hype with this? Is the price overhyped or what? Yeah, because right now the prices are really expensive. A price like an Nvidia has been moving up, like people have been investing. Do you know? Did you remember actually the prices of Nvidia being split because of the prices moving up? Yeah. Yeah, is that on a hype, or I think that's still happening, especially for the US stock? Let me just know. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, so the price is really getting rejection that zone. So we just give it 5 minutes. The next candle that opens, I want to see the prices actually closing above 60 and 70. So once we get that level, anytime now we'll be closing the live, and then we come back tomorrow again. That has been incredible. This is really amazing point. I'm waiting to see bigger prices moving. Yeah. So leo kuna hapa, I might be getting to the TP, unless maybe that was a lie anyway. I don't believe in these things, but let's see what is going to happen here. Okay. Amazing. So I'm expecting to see at least the prices reaching at least to let's say 70. I'm waiting to see 70 and above. 70 and above. That candle is really frustrating. We are not moving up. I'm expecting higher prices. I'm expecting high prices, man. Come on. Come on. I'm expecting the prices to close 70, and then it will be very nice. 70 closing below 70, that will be really nice. I was checking on the stock and how they are really moving, because you can see on the Dow Johnson here, that is US 30. The prices how we are getting this on the highest time frame neutral, and the market is really moving down. The set is up, buy even on that. But the most considering thing that we really have to you just check is just one thing. Do we have a strong buy on the weekly and also the daily matters, like these ones? You see this one, this strong buys, and also sell on the hourly time frame. So there's something I seen yesterday. Probably you can consider to check that. I'm not really going to. Let me close. Let's expand our target here. So today we might actually be trading gold alone, and that we'll be calling it a day once we hit the TP. 2 minutes to the time, and then that candle closes above there, and then that's going to be incredible result. That's going to be an incredible thing once we get another candle opening at the top. Amazing. That's going to be incredible. Remember, our buying is 44. We bought at 44. So we bought 44 here. We bought at 44. 70 was my confidence. 70% confidence. 70%. So I normally go to 90%. That was 70%. So if you're joining this and this is your first time to be here, kindly like, subscribe. That's the first thing, and turn on notification bell. I normally come live here to analyze the market. We analyze together, we enter together, exit together. and we do this normally every single day when the market is open, right? When the market was open, and I always try to come every single day. I can't promise all the days, but at least I normally try. The next thing, make sure that you like this live. Of course, I can see almost every single person who have joined this have liked. That's an incredible thing to start where. So we are really starting, and this year we are going to, the candle is really opening now, so at least we have closed above, we have closed really so good. So I'm expecting now to see bigger prices, maybe getting even more than that candle actually moving so well. I'm expecting bigger prices, 70, 80s, and once we cross 49, that will be good. Once we cross 49, that will be amazing. What's up? What's happened? Jesus. One minute, let me check something here. I lost some information. Let's go. 70, 70, 71. We are 71, 72, half and half. Let's move to the target. I'm waiting for that. Once we hit the target, then we are closing this down and we are calling it a successful day and a good analysis. And make sure that you join us next time with a good account. That was the confidence. It was actually, that was a breakout, and trending and breakout is sometimes very tricky compared to actually trending when the market is at good levels. That is really tricky. The Hondas are really mixed here. Like we have so many sellers in the market right now. Sellers have 2 minutes. Like people are placing sell orders are many. People who are placing sell orders are really so many here, and even this market, that's why my confidence is really at 70%. We are 75 and still moving. You can see now from at the top, I don't know which lot size you used, but at least from let's say from 48, 44, that is $30 that I think almost 300 pips. I don't know how much is that, but at least that is amazing. That's amazing. That's very big move actually. Let me go there. Do you know actually do you know gold does not have pips? We normally keep saying pips, but gold does not really have pips. Those are 3,000. How many are those? 3,000 points. Gold does not really have pips. So when you mention pips, go to the currencies. So those are things really you have to know. Gold does not really have pips. And if you trade gold, you're not a forex trader, you are a trader. Do you know that if you trade gold and you call yourself, unless maybe if you're a forex trader, you are trading currencies Euro USD. But here, when we are trading this, we are traders, online traders. Just to know. That's just for. Do you know that when you trade gold alone, you are not a forex trader, you are a trader? Yeah. Did you know that gold, you can't count pips, you can only count pips. You can't count pips, you can only count points. Did you know that? So I'm going to wait to the prices to come to that level. I'm really, I want to exit this. I want to end this live anytime now, but I want to wait for the prices. Wow. Did you see that? Have you seen that move? Have you really seen that move? Yes. Did you see this? Did you see that? How? Look at that. I don't know which side. This one. Do you see that? 77. And right now we are moving. We are still moving. 77. Do you know 77 from 44? Buying from 44. This is really indeed. And actually I've just used 0.05. You don't need a lot of bigger lot size. You need to be consistently earning, right? You need consistency in earning. You don't need actually to use 20 lot size. I cannot really do that. I have some more account here, so I just have to maintain being profitable, right? Just like yesterday we did the same. Today we did the same. We're going to do the same, and we are going to really maintain this, and it's really amazing. The market is really good, and I think this level around this level where we got the first rejection of 80, the prices might be rejected around that area here. So in case maybe you have some entries because of the sales, and this is what I'm talking about. Yes, the candlesticks are really aligning so good. Like the candlesticks alignment here, perfect. The market structure, perfect, right? All showing the signs the market is really going to move up. But we have one problem. Many orders towards the downside. Like people are really selling gold right now. There is so many sales in the market, and of course the prices matters a lot as well, so you cannot really ignore that. So that's why you have to be very careful as the prices now approach that corner there, right? Be careful on that, because anytime now when you see such thing happening, they might actually make the price to just go back, yeah, once we get so many sell orders. But you have seen now really we just do this. That was almost a sniper entry. Just look at that, buying from these and 44, and then the price just decides to move to 40, just $4 move, and you can see what we really got there. The price moving up and creating high highs, and this is incredible. Bigger move, bigger and better. Yeah. Well, I want us to create a very big trading community here. So ensure that you join us every single day. We trend live and we analyze daily on what is really going to be happening on this market. So with that now, I think how many hours have we live streamed this? I want to maintain this. That is already this 1 hour. Just 1 hour? Just 1 hour? I think that's, yeah. This is amazing. I just need to I'll be coming back so that we can really do this. Yeah. Yeah, so do you see now what I'm saying here? Like possibilities for this price to move back after hitting this level here. That's what I'm talking about. You foresee things. It's gone foreseen. But anyway, I'm going just to hold all the way to the top. Am I lagging really? Akin 360, how are you doing? Stella, how are you doing? Slow internet. Sorry for that. Jesus. Slow internet. I think I've opened so many tabs here. Let me reduce them. Okay. Let me check on my side and then I'll see what I can do. Okay. Yeah, I think my network is really good. I've checked everything. Now you see where the prices are, and that was really incredible. So this is what we really know every single day. So this is what we normally do every single day. So the next that you can see here is absolutely the not the DXY, but the GBP USD. We can actually even check I like moving from when we check on gold. I know there are some people who normally follow me and they don't have really a good account. I know gold can really sometimes blow your account, so I really don't like exposing everyone to the price to the gold, and that's why I really hand on the currencies. So today I know we have monitored, we have analyzed the gold so much and forgot about tumesahau na currencies, but at least now it's because now yesterday we're still holding the yesterday positions at this level, and you can see we are creating high highs from 400 from 1.35, and you can see now we are talking about the prices at 1.358. This is nice. The prices are still moving, so I'll still display the prices here because anyway when you just go back and that's okay. This is GBP USD that we have, and coming tomorrow again we'll have two pairs. Number one, this is a pair that we're really going to analyze here, because once you analyze just one pair, when you use a correlation between the currencies, you can actually know which pair to trend and which pair to. You just need to know about the correlation between the currencies. What is the correlation between Euro USD and USD JPY? Once you know that, of course you can actually trend opposite. You can have your gold entries right there. That is what you're going to check tomorrow on the currencies level. So ensure that you join us 11 a.m. 11 a.m. will be here again with the London session open live. We trend live. We find the entry. I told you vitu ni pole pole, just slow. You just find your entries. Relax. Yo, what is this? You relax. What is this doing? You just relax, and then you find a good entry point. You just relax and find a good entry point. We are going to really observe that at least if you entered on that position there. You see now what I'm talking about. We have so many sell orders across, as people are really selling. Everything is perfect. Buy orders, everything, but many orders are for sale point, and I don't know why people are really selling that much. All right. So tomorrow again is the same time. We meet here again for live trending. Make sure that you join. Make sure that at least you subscribe and turn on notification bell once I'm live here. Tomorrow is Saturday. What am I talking about? Tomorrow is on Saturday. Today is on Friday. Do I really think that every single day is a trading day? Yeah. How am I thinking that? On Monday, I mean on Monday we meet here again. But also on Saturdays, sometimes, I can just decide to come live for back testing strategies and improving strategies. That can as well happen on the market, right? Sell orders are so many. I don't know why so many people are really selling right now. The market is really struggling to move up, okay? I will see you again on Monday, 11 a.m. But in case maybe we come back here to back test, ensure that you join us. And this is really going to be an amazing journey. Happy trading and have a very incredible and very nice weekend. That was a success. That was very nice. Still, the prices for the gold is really going to continue moving up. Keep watch. The prices are going to keep moving up. We are going to hit the target. We are going to hit the target of 4,900. So don't give up. Just keep owning the prices. Unless the price moves down, that was really a success. Wow. Bye.